birds flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Charlie Lucky Luciano came to America in 1907 from Sicily, Italy. Around this time, everybody thought that America was the place to be. As many others thought, so did Luciano and his family.
Hey, let's head on over to the land of opportunity.
And they moved to the great and powerful Western world, to find that life was not as easy there as expected. Now, young Lucky was a businessman. His business? Charging kids for protection to and from school. Beating the out of those that refused to pay. He became friends with a boy named Mayer Lansky, who Lucky failed to beat up on the first attempt. They would remain partners in crime throughout their lives. Luciano started his criminal life at the age of 10 by shoplifting, and later joined the mafia. Many years later, in 1919, American politicians decided that they didn't like alcohol. This banned everything to do with alcohol, like making it, selling it, transporting it, and drinking it. This was called prohibition. This was great news for Luciano, now 22 years of age, as he could now make a profit from all those alcohol-loving Americans who would pay anything for the sweet taste of the juice.
I loves my alcohols.
He imported alcohol from Scotland, the Caribbean, and his whiskey-loving Canadians to the north. By 1925, Lucky was grossing over $300,000 a year through his illegal alcohol sales. One day in 1929, Luciano was kidnapped, beaten, stabbed, and left for dead. However, he survived the ordeal, and was given the nickname Lucky. Luciano quickly rose to the second-in-command of Marzano, a very powerful mobster, and later killed him and the rivaling gang's leader. This quickly made him the most powerful gangster in New York. Lucky had reached the pinnacle of America's underworld, trolling the Manhattan waterfront, garbage hauling businesses, construction, clothing businesses, and trucking. Luciano was jailed for various reasons, such as running prostitution rings, failing to pay proper income tax, along with many other accounts. The government secretly used Luciano for intel about the war, as he had very good connections overseas. As a reward, he was let out of jail and deported back to Sicily, Italy, but he secretly moved to Cuba and continued to run the American Mafia. From 1946 to 1947, Lucky and his commission debated whether to kill Bugsy Siegel, who owed money to them, and when Bugsy failed to pay them back, he was killed. Luciano asked that he be declared the leader of the American Mafia, the boss of all bosses. Someone disagreed with this decision and told the US government where Lucky was hiding out. Lucky was deported once again back to Italy. From then on, Luciano lived a normal life, apart from still having connections to the American Mafia. He lived in fancy apartments, ate at expensive restaurants, and had a great life, but he still missed his home, America. On January 26, 1962, Luciano died of a heart attack. He was buried in St. John's Cemetery in Queens, having over 2,000 mourners attend.